Hey, put the one on everything that I'm praying for a Bentley and to never go to jail. I'm fresh up out the gutter, I don't know if you can tell. I'm hustling for everything I do for legacy. You can call me any type of day, my dog, I never sleep. The only rule I got is if we don't embarrass me. I write down my problems, then record it just for therapy, just for clarity. Whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me read the whole club.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
It's another day off.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Inside the 25-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. They'll try and run for it. Doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. 4th and short got a whole lot more than he bargained for. He almost scored.
Yeah, how about that? Because you know how it is when you get all those bodies near the line of scrimmage. You often get engaged by blockers, and you can't get your hands on the ball carrier. And he breaks free. He goes almost the distance.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. Flush to his right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. You talk about this Rams defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
Always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man. And are you going to win that battle? Are you going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground? Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll go again here with Akers. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
No, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Stafford. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 75 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Tua. Touchdown Dolphins. Chigakakwo, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
People are cashing checks.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Going right back to Akers. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. To the 43, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, Evans looking for space. And he'll go down at the 28. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll go right back to Evans here on 1st down. Down at the 25.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on read.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Akers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams get a bit closer. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Now it's Wilson, the return man Wilson. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession.
touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On second down, they'll run it here.
There he goes again. He may go.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A give running right is Akers. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Come on, boys, keep it going.
Please, give it everything you got.
It's gonna be a good day.
Stafford will stay out there.
You mean it?
He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down.
Alert!
Here we go on 4th. Stafford trying to lay one up deep.
That is incomplete.
A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
A give left side. Here's H.A.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford.
He'll flip this out to Evans.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Sliding out of the pocket. Complete. It's Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Cam Smith. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
From his end zone, Wilson.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
That's a tremendous start to the 3rd quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And quickly they get to the line. On third down, they're going to run for it here. 157 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Rams will take over here just shy of the 30. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll try the left side with Evans to about the 33-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 6. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Play action. Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a 1st down.
On the handoff, running left is Akers. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. On the handoff, it's Akers. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
50.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
22.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10.
Stay 50, stay 50.
On the give, this is Akers. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 169 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
TX. Whoa.
2 now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare.
– 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll give this to Akers running right. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Now a give. Akers running left. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll go again here with Akers. Now inside the 25. And down to the 7-yard line. A big play there for L.A. And even 50 yards. Not sure exactly what he saw that made him decide to hand it off, but a great decision and a fantastic run.
From our vantage point, what he saw was a defense that got out of its lanes, got out of its gaps, and they were pretty much running to the quarterback, viewing him as a bigger threat. And look at that wide open space, and he rumbled for big-time yardage. On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Evans. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you'd think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Stafford and that Rams offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to...
It's a foot race. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it.
There he goes, right side. Now he's into the clear again. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 63 yards. And the Dolphins are on their way to a 2-0 start. Now, you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Short pass caught by Henry, and he'll be out right at the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Here's Akers. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Stafford. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Stafford now to throw.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Stafford. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk, but it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
Now it's Stafford.
Pass complete to Akers on the out route.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really...
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin 1st down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. One last throw here for Stafford. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.